Welcome back. So I've got the winner of the presidential pitch, which was the maiden edition, here in studio with me in the person of Vanessa Aisha Liman. And she's going to tell us her journey through that and up till when she received the check. Vanessa, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
So let's start off with how you even came about this whole idea before you went on to the presidential pitch. How did it start?
It all started when I completed SHS
Okay.
and I had nothing doing. So basically, I just decided to sell my mother's product. That's moving from shop to shop.
Okay.
Yeah, to at least get something for myself. Yeah. So I used to also partake in trade fairs. That's the trade fairs organized by the Trade and Industries. Yes. So that was what I was doing for last year. Within the period of let me see, May to September. Okay. Yes, so I had a general idea about marketing and marketing and also production, because my mom was.
Did you say that was informal? You hadn't received any training, but you just had an idea from what your mom was doing.
Yes, what my mom was doing. So it all happened last 6 months ago. That's in February, when I partook in the international trade fair. That was a trade fair. That was in February, and I participated and I helped my mother sell the product. So as I walked around seeing people with different kinds of products, it inspired me to come up with my own product, because I wanted to do something that can generate income for me, so I wouldn't have to rely on anyone, my parents. So I decided I had a general idea about cereals, because my mom used to make Nestle cereal for me back in SHS, so I take to school. So I decided to add more value to it through research. And also with the wheat crunch, I decided I researched on the internet, and that was how I was able to come up with the wheat crunch and add more value to it.
Very well. You said your mother used to make this. What exactly was she making, and what have you added value to get your product?
Okay, she did it all right, but it wasn't nice.
Okay.
It looked like gari.
Okay.
Even though it was okay, but it was so rough. So I added more value to it and made it more smoother and just made
easy
it
to eat,
yes,
I guess.
Easy to eat, yes.
Nice. But I mean, wouldn't you have thought that many people were doing cereals? Now everyone is in the habit of eating healthily, and so maybe your products would have been difficult to, get the attention it got out on that platform.
I didn't think so, because most of the cereals in Ghana are not instant.
Okay.
You have to prepare it on the fire, but mine is instant.
Okay.
With the Nestle cereal, you just pour a glass of warm water or cold water with a glass of milk to it. Yes, that is it.
But okay, so is this all you do? Is this the only product you have, or you have others?
This is the only product I have for now, but I have other products in mind I intend to introduce, but I want to focus on this first, on the market.
Okay, so let me ask you, how did you hear about the presidential pitch, and how did you get in?
Okay, I was at home and my mom sent me the presidential pitch through WhatsApp. It was a link. So she told me to just apply. I should try my luck. But my main focus was on my business. I didn't do it just because I wanted money, because I already started producing. So I just tried. Unfortunately, I had no idea about writing proposals. I didn't know anything about proposals. So I researched on the internet how to write a proposal, how to project cash flow. And yeah. So I wrote my proposal down, I jotted it down, and I printed it out. And with the help of the man helped me to add. I added more flesh. He added more flesh to it. Yes, I should say that. Yes, so that was how I presented it. And actually, I had difficulties in submitting it, because anytime I submit, they're always saying I should try, because the system was jammed.
Okay, you are doing this through the online portals.
Yes, online. Okay. Yes. So I kept on trying, but it
wouldn't go
after
through.
I submitted it, I just lost hope, because I was like, if it happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, I'm focusing on my business, because that's what I want to do. So I was there 3-4 days ago, and I received a phone call. I was in the Upper West, and I received a phone call that I've been submitted. I've been called, and I'm part of the first 20. I was shocked. It was unbelievable, because I didn't expect this. I didn't expect them calling me, because I had problems with submitting it.
Right.
So when I called them, they told me that my name has been my name is part of the list. But I thought she was just joking, like saying it because I was calling her too much.
Right.
Yes, and I really suffered with the proposal, writing the proposal. So I just let it go.
Okay. Interestingly, you say at the time you were already producing, and so you were looking forward to it. But I'm interested in finding out, had you set up a business, or you were just doing something small in your home, or say your mother's office, or something like that?
Before that, I registered the business.
Okay.
It was a registered business.
Okay.
I registered it long before, yes. And I was producing on a small scale because I didn't have the machineries. I just had a very small oven, and I was just doing something small.
Okay.
Yes. So I was selling all right because I sold within a trade fair. I don't know, some trade fair I think a month ago, and I was able to sell, and I sell to individuals, my friends.
Okay.
Yes. So I was already in progress.
Right. So after you got that call, what happened before the final awarding of the check done?
Okay. Before I got that call, I was asked to come to Accra.
Okay.
That instant. But I was already planning on coming to Accra because there was a trade fair.
Okay.
Yeah. This Saturday. So I told them that okay, sure, fine, I will come. So I left and I came to Accra, and I was asked to pitch, and I had no idea about pitching.
Wow.
In 2 minutes. And what they told me was that they lecture us a little bit, and I was supposed to have a PowerPoint, and I didn't have a PowerPoint. It was just my business plan. That was my proposal I had there. So I had to learn how to pitch within 2 minutes.
On the spot?
On the spot. But I knew about my product. I knew what I was doing because I wrote my business plan. I knew everything about it. So I knew what to say. And I'm a good marketer too. So I was able to market my product. I just spoke to the judges like I was marketing my products then. Yes. And fortunately for me, by the grace of God, I was picked and I was part of the first 10. That is how I was able to pitch on Monday.
But after you pitched, what was the feeling? Did you know this has gotten me the final, win, or you still had your doubts?
I knew I would be picked because the judges were surprised at my age and me coming up with my products, and they were giving me a positive response because according to my colleagues, they were like, the judges were so harsh, so rude, but I didn't experience that. So I just believed that, and people congratulated me for my job, for the great job I had done. So I just believe that no matter what, by the grace of God, I'll be picked.
But how long have you been in business, if I can ask?
Close to 3 months.
3 months?
Yes, I started production in 2 months ago. This is my second batch. My first production, I invested an amount of 500 cedis.
Wow.
That was my personal money, my savings. Yes. Then the second one was 1,500 cedis. So this is the second batch. Yes.
And already has gotten you, a big award. So, Vanessa, moving on, what do you plan to do with your, company, Vanilim Enterprise?
Okay, I intend on expanding in a large scale. I want to go international, and I want to be in competition with international breakfast cereals, not only in Ghana. I want to go international, and I want to set up. I've already started, but I intend on expanding my business in the Sisala West district, specifically to create employment and also minimize post-harvest losses. Yes.
So what has been your challenge in the 3 months that you've been working? What has been the struggle for you as a young entrepreneur? What do you have to say to others upcoming?
Okay, the problems I faced was finances, because at a point I got stuck. I had, even though I invested, I had a raw material, I had the maize, the millet, the wheat, but I didn't have money to buy my containers, buy the seals, and start, because I had already produced. But I believed in God. At a point, I lost hope because I was like, God, is this a good idea or a bad idea? He should just help me with this. And I know that God had a purpose in my life, and this is how He has brought me. Just less than 2 weeks ago, I lost hope. I was like, this is so hard. It's very hard coming up with your product, and it's like sometimes you have the product there, but you don't even know where to sell it. You don't even know where to go to. But you have to be determined. I would like to advise the young ones out there to be determined and to research on the internet. They should make good use of the internet. They shouldn't just go on Instagram, Twitter, and do unnecessary things. If they go on the internet, they should use it. Let's say they have a product, they can use it positively. That's WhatsApp. You can advertise, but not to just take pictures, selfies. It's not worth it. It won't take you anywhere.
Very well. But Vanessa, when people start making money, then they seem to have forgotten about the academics or the education. Is that going to be the same for you?
No.
So what next?
I intend on furthering my education this year, September. That was my plan, this year, September. And also work hand in hand. And I want to study marketing and entrepreneurship so that I'll be able to, I don't know how to put it, but I want to I want to master in it so that I'll be able to work on my products very well. And yes.
So your products, finally, is it for everybody? Can everyone take it, or do you have restrictions on who can?
It's for everyone, but the Nestle instant cereal, the ingredients are maize, coconut, skim milk powder, flavor, and that's vanilla essence and sugar. The sugar is very low. And the target market is children, high school students, young adults. This can be also taken for children, but it's specifically for the aged and also adults, because the ingredients are whole grain wheat, low cholesterol milk butter, honey, and raisins. The raisin serves as a sweetener, so you don't really need to add sugar to it, but it's optional. You can add honey or sugar to it. And this is something like it has fiber in it, and it's good for dieting, good for weight loss. You want to lose some weight, and you want to minimize the way you eat, because when you take it, it makes you drink a lot of water. And fills you. Yes. So.
But how much is it going for? How much do you plan on selling it? Is it going to be affordable or expensive?
Very, very affordable, because this is 600 grams and it's 15 cedis.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and this is quite expensive because of the ingredients in it. But this goes for 18 cedis, and I have the smaller sizes. The smaller sizes goes for 10 cedis and 15 cedis. And if you want any of my products, just contact me on WhatsApp. That's Vanellim Enterprise, and on Instagram Vanellim Enterprise. And you find more information about my product, and you can order online. Just send me a text message and I'll get back to you. Very well.
Finally, how much did you get from that check? What was written on it? Because people have been putting across various amounts.
Okay, I actually wanted 43,700 Ghana cedis. That's what I wanted. And they gave me 50,000.
Nice.
That's good. And the president also donated 25,000. All total amount. Yes, from his salary. Total amount is 75,000 Ghana cedis.
Nice. And so the whole Ghana is looking up to you, because out of you will get people being employed, and will cut down on unemployed graduates and unemployed people in the country, and probably also the social vices we're seeing. So congratulations to you, Vanessa Aisha Liman. We wish you all the best. We'll take a break. We'll be back with